Hey everybody, this is Rich here once again, and welcome to part 3 of the TARDIS modeling tutorial series. In this video, we are going to start texturing with our UV layouts, and so we're going to get started on that. We got our UVs here from our previous video, and I'm going to go into another folder here, textures. So I have these different textures here. I got this from cgtextures.com. And I also have the St. John ambulance sign and the other sign, the free for public use. This one, you'd have to sign up for CG Textures or just download it from them. This I found off of Google as well as this. So if you just search for like TARDIS graphics or whatever, you can just get these. So I'm going to open up Photoshop here. Okay, so I'm here in Photoshop CS6. And you can use GIMP. It should follow along the same way. So I have a second monitor over here. So I'm going to just take my UVs. After I go in my folders, I'm just going to drag the doors in here. Drag the phone door. Actually, no, I didn't want that. Okay, so forget that. Delete. Okay, so I'm actually going to grab the phone door. I'm going to pop it up to here. The police wood box, I'll pop it up to here. Posts, I'll pop it up to here. Roof, St. John sign, and the base. Just drop that up to there. So I'll go into the doors. We'll start with this, and I'm also going to drag in my Plywood texture. Just hit enter, and we can't really edit it just yet, so I'm going to right click on it right here. I'm going to go to rasterize layer, and I'm also going to create a new layer here, and I'm going to drag it below and take my paint bucket tool right here, so we got white, and make a background. I'm going to drag this in between here. So we're actually just going to use this one texture right here for the whole entire thing. It kind of saves a little bit of time, and it makes it unique in some ways. So this is a big one. This is the Mama Jamma one that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be laggy a little bit because of the screen recorder. And I'm actually going to close this window out. And then we'll get started. So I'm going to hit V to get my move tool. And just start. So I'm going to line this up with these guys here, all the panels, and I'm going to take my Marquee tool. Yes, the Marquee tool. And with that layer selected, what I'm going to do is zoom in here, and I'm just going to select this. I'll hit Shift and I'll select this. Okay, so I have all the panels selected and some of the other pieces here. I'm going to do a very sloppy job just to save some time. But I suggest you guys do a much better, cleaner job. So with that, I'm going to right click and do layer via copy. So now if we turn these off, this is what we have. And we'll turn our UVs back on. And we'll clean some of it up a little bit later. So I'm going to select my wood layer again, and I guess since I got the door already selected here, take the Marquee tool, just drag it down to here like so, and in fact just select these guys, layer 2, select this guy, Oh, actually, you know what? Deselect. I forgot about something. So I'm actually going to do those doors last. But here I'm just going to select this. I'm going to hold down Shift. I'm going to select this. And we'll select this. And I'll select this. I'm going to select these guys. Holding down Shift, by the way, to select more than one thing. Let's just make sure it's okay. So we got those. And I'll right-click, layer via copy. So that way we turn the plywood off, we have that going. And I'm going to do the doors next. So here's what we're going to do for the doors. I'm going to select the outside right here. I'm going to come in just about there. So I'm going to come in just a little bit inside. I'm going to do that for the other side as well. So hold down Shift and bring it in just like that. Okay. Actually, I should bring this in just a little bit more. Right. No, Control Z. Shift, select, maybe right about there. That's good. Oh, too high. Still too low. There we go. Just select that. And it's a little too much, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is right-click, layer via copy. Oh, whoops. I'm going to select this. Layer via copy. So we'll have this section of the door. So next what I'm going to do is turn this back on, turn our UVs back on. I'm actually just going to take this and just, oh whoops, that's not what I wanted. I want to take our plywood layer. And I'm just going to shift it maybe to like right here. Something like that. So we'll put it right there. Then we'll take our Marquee tool again. We'll hit M for that, for the Marquee tool. And I'm just going to go right underneath it, just a little bit over it, like so. Hold down Shift. Okay. Then layer via copy. So if we turn off our UV grid and we turn off this, this is what we'll have. Now the reason why I did it like that instead of just tracing out the whole entire door is because the way it looks is that this is like one piece here, and these are all separate pieces. So it'll kind of make it look a little more natural. So we'll turn that back on, turn this back on. We'll hit V for the move tool, and I keep forgetting to select that layer. So we'll select this, drag this over. Might actually even fit the whole thing. Look at that. Cool. So we'll take the Marquee tool and we'll just select these guys. We'll do layer via copy. Actually, I should have just done it separately, but that's okay. And we're going to do the same thing for these guys down here. Just select that. Do layer via copy. And we turn off our wooden texture there. So we have that. And okay, almost done with this. So we'll come into here, we'll take the thing, we're going to hit Control T, so it brings our free transform tool, and we're going to rotate it going this way, and just hit enter. We'll hit V, and just take it about there, pop it in there. So if we turn off our UV for a second, you can see we'll have a different grain going across. So we'll select that and rock out on this. Okay, and then layer via copy. We'll turn off our wooden texture. So we have that. And the doors are actually almost done. Turn our plywood texture back on along with our UV coordinates. And let's see what we missed here. Okay, then layer via copy. So we pretty much sloppily have everything done. Again, I suggest you do it a lot neater than I did. And make sure your UVs are always good as well. So let's go into here and just check everything out. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is make this a little bit bigger. I'm actually going to take all of our layers that we just made, right click, duplicate layers, and just choose OK. And then right click again because all the copies will be highlighted. And then go to merge layers. So this is what you'll have. You'll have basically your diffuse map, which is what we can call it. Okay, so we're going to be creating a normal map for our textures, and if you go to this website here, developer.nvidia.com/texture tools, Adobe Photoshop, blah 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 blah. What you can do is this will create a normal map. So I'll show you exactly what it is. But this is basically the window that's going to come up is this. So it'll create a normal map that you can use for your 3D textures. And so you can download it up here for 32-bit and 64-bit. I think it works for both Mac and obviously Windows. So give that a shot and see what happens with that. Okay, so then once you have it installed, what we're going to do is duplicate our diffuse layer. And then we're going to call it normal. And let's actually just click that one and file, save as. And let's go up to our maps. And this one will be our, we'll do it as a JPEG. This will be doors, that, doors underscore diffuse. That capital. And click save. Yeah, that's fine. Just choose OK. And then we're going to come to our normal map one. And we're going to go to Filter, Nvidia Tools, Normal Map Filter. So this is basically what it'll bring up. You can actually go to 3D Preview. And you can see it shows my graphics card, which is an Nvidia GeForce GT 440 card, which I think is a low-end card, but it works. I'm not complaining. And if you hold down the middle mouse, you can zoom in and out. If you hold down the right mouse, you can move it around. And then the left mouse rotates it. So you can see here. And if we zoom in, try to get it in the light, see what it looks like, which it actually looks kind of cool. So I'm satisfied with it. Take a moment and look at the settings that I have here. I actually really don't know what mostly any of this means, in all honesty. But just set it to this, and you can play with the minimum and scale. That'll be how thick it is. So if I change this to, let's say, like 6. Oh, whoops. I actually didn't want to do that. Let's undo that. Just add that again. So if I change this to 6 and I go to 3D Preview, you can see it's a lot more bumpy. than it was before. So it looks like that, but it's flat wood, so it's not going to be that bumpy. So I found 2.5 worked out really well. So I'm just going to choose OK, and it's going to generate our filter, our normal map, I mean. So we'll save as, and we'll go back up to our our maps, and change it to a JPEG. We'll just click that one and change it from diffuse to normal, and choose OK. So we have that one done. So let's go to, I want to do the St. John graphic because this is actually a new one to me compared to what I did before. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the St. John graphic here. And I'm just going to hit enter and then right click on it and rasterize layer. And I'm going to hit Control T. Actually, not yet. Let's bring that underneath. Well, now we'll hit Control and T, and we'll scale it up, holding down. You hold down Control. No. You hold down Shift and Alt. It'll scale it from the center. So we'll just scale this up till it basically about fits. I don't think it's actually going to be perfect, but just maybe stretch it out just a little bit to make it fit. We'll just hit enter. And that's really it. Done. So we'll just go File, Save As, JPEG. Go back up to our maps and St. John Diffuse. That's fine. Next we'll go to the phone door. Again, add a new layer. Paint bucket tool. Make it white. Drop it down. We'll grab our plywood texture. And this is actually one of the easiest. And also grab the door sign as well. The door sign. Oh. Enter. And the door sign. Enter. Then we'll select this, right click, and rasterize, right click, rasterize. So I'll turn off the sign here, and take our texture here. Hit Control T to rotate it. Like so. Apply Marquee tool. We'll just layer via copy, and then we'll just turn off our plywood layer. We'll just come in here and then just hit delete and enter. Okay, so then we'll turn our T.A.R.D.I.S door sign on. Oops, which I thought I clicked that. Guess not. Hit Control T, and we'll scale it down, holding down Shift and Alt. We bring it up to about there, and just drag it down. Hit Enter, and that's that. So we'll turn off our UV. And again, we'll do the usual process, File, and Save As, JPEG. And we'll go to Maps, phone door underscore diffuse. Okie dokie. And I'll take both of these guys and duplicate, enter, merge, and filter, Nvidia. And this one I'll do 2.5. Fine. And then a lot of repetitive steps here. Maps. JPEG. Phone door. Normal. Okay. Police wood box. Now this is the interesting one. Again, new layer. And fill it with white underneath. Plywood. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. Plywood. Enter. And rasterize. So I'm actually going to turn this off. I'm going to do this one last. I'm going to create another new layer, and this time I'm going to fill it with black. And I'm going to take the Marquee tool. We're going to select this. Actually, see if we can select all of this. Then layer via copy, and then we'll delete this other one. And then we're going to take the text tool, and I'm going to keep it on Arial. So what I'm going to do is type in police. And we're going to bring it above it. Well, actually, let's delete that one. Police. And then we'll click away. Public. I don't know how to spell. It's kind of nice. Call. And last but not least, box. Okay. So I'm going to take these guys. I'm going to drag them underneath there. And I'm going to turn off our white background for now. So I'm going to take the police layer. I'm going to drag it down into here. Then the public. Whoops. I'll bring it down into there. And then public. I'm going to grab there, hit Control T. Hold down Shift and Alt and scale it down about like that. Drag it down into there. Then call. Do the same thing. We'll bring it up to here. Control T. And hold on Alt. Just scale it down. We'll zoom in a little bit here. See if we can just get it centered. Enter. Let's actually move it over just a little bit, like that. Or maybe something like that. That looks pretty good. It looks a little off center, but that's probably just the way the letters are. And then box. Drag that up to here. And maybe we can take these two guys, shift it over. Maybe actually even take the box, scale it up just a little bit more. Same thing with police. So it should look something like that. Awesome. And I think, yeah, I'll leave them the way they are. So we'll turn our background layer on. And actually, you know what? Take that. We'll shift it over like that. Okay. Satisfaction guaranteed. So now we'll turn our plywood layer back on, make sure that's selected. And again, I'm going to do a sloppy job on this. Take the Marquee tool, and we'll just select these guys. Then layer via copy. Select it again. We'll move it down to here. This time we'll take it from the bottom. Marquee tool. Layer via copy. We'll take that layer. We'll just come into here. And just delete. So we can turn off our UV layer, and that's what we have. So what I'll also do is take our layers here, right click, and we'll do duplicate, fine, and then merge. If I can find it. I can never find it. Link layers, horizontal, smooth, smooth. Huh. Okay, so we'll go to merge layers. Oh, I guess I can't merge that. Huh, didn't even know that. Alright, so, well, that sucks. If I just rasterize. Oh, there we go. Rasterize, rasterize, and rasterize. Take these and merge the layers together. Okay, so then we will edit. Nope, nope, nope. Right click, duplicate, normal, and we'll take this and we'll file save as, and go to maps, JPEG, underscore diffuse, not deduce, deduce. Diffuse, and again filter, do Nvidia normal map, and OK. So you really don't even have to do it for this. You can actually just maybe take the Marquee tool and just delete. But I want to experiment, so I'm going to actually undo that and see what happens, since it looks like actually it'll be indented. Yes, I don't want that. So let's delete. And we'll do File, Save As. And we'll do... I always get confused for some reason. JPEG. Okay. Wow, almost there. So we'll do the same thing. I'm going to hit Control T and rotate this 90 degrees. Enter. Oops. Take our Move tool. And again, I'm going to do this very sloppy, just to save some time right now. I'm going to just take these guys and these guys. Actually deselect this. And a little bit of this. Hold down Alt and we'll deselect some things. Just do that. Okay, and then layer via copy. take our plywood again, Control T, and we'll just rotate it the other way around. And we'll move this over like so. Enter. We'll hit V or M. And we'll do this. Okay. So we will turn off our plywood texture and our UVs. I want this on. And take these two, duplicate, enter, merge, duplicate, enter. Nvidia, okay. We'll turn this one off. We'll do file. Well, actually, I don't want a group. Whoops. Delete group. Layer. This, and oh, not black. We want white. Drop that at the bottom. Okay. File. Save as. So we are actually almost done. I'm so excited. Okay, so now we'll do the roof. Same thing. Enter. Rasterize. Not group. Layer. White. And we'll put this in between. Wow, 40 minutes in. How lovely. Okay, so we'll take these guys here. So I'm actually, what I want to do, I want to do something a little unique for this. So we're going to do this one last. But as for this, we'll just take this like so. And again, we'll take the Marquee tool. And just select all this. We'll hit Alt. And just to save some space, we'll do that and that. Hit copy, select our plywood, move it over. Let's do it like so. Okay. And again, Marquee tool. Select this. Copy, and we'll turn off our plywood, and I actually want to delete this. Pound shift and delete that, and delete that. So we'll turn our plywood back on. I'll hit V. And let's see, Marquee tool, deselect. Okay, so we got that. Now this, what I'm going to do is bring this up to the corner about here. And then I'm going to take the pen tool, I'm going to actually draw out this shape here. Out like so. Actually, better yet, I'm going to use the polygonal lasso tool, so that way we can just do something like that. Like that, I'm going to go to deselect. And then, if I see here, Go to the Marquee tool. Oh, anyway, go to the polygonal lasso tool. Right there. Select that. Come outside. Come down to here. Come straight up and we'll close it off. And we'll layer via copy. So, turn this off. That's what we have. And let's turn off our UV grid. I still see we have this. How do we get rid of that? Get rid of it. Gone. Goodbye. Okay, anyway. Turn this on. Turn this back on. I'm going to hit Control T, and I'm going to actually want to do it to our, yes, our plywood. Not that one. I want this layer. I want our plywood layer. Why isn't it moving? Okay, so I'm going to hit Control T. Why does it keep select? I don't want that one. Let's turn it off. I want this one. That's the one that I want. This is what I want to rotate with. Control T. Why does it select that one? I don't get it. Okay, so after many amounts of frustration, I'm just going to cheat. I'm just going to do this. Layer via copy. We'll go to this layer. Just delete the insides. Delete that layer. Yes. That was the failed layer. And so that's what we have for that. And again, take all of our layers here, right click, duplicate, and we'll choose, fine. We'll merge, duplicate, that's the normal, or Norma. We'll call it Norma. So this one will do File, Save As, JPEG. We'll go to Maps. Diffuse, we'll do underscore diffuse. Awesome. And this one, we'll do the same thing. Nvidia tools. And OK. We'll go to File and Save As. And Maps. Roof diffuse. Type in normal. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's it. Did we do the base? Oh, we didn't do the base yet. Let's do the base. This one's plain and simple. So we'll do that. Actually, Control R, Control T, excuse me. Make it about 90 degrees. Okay, enter. Actually, what I'm going to do is we'll rasterize the layer first of all. Do rasterize, Control T. Just going to scale it up. I'm going to cheat. Enter. And we will duplicate the layer here. We'll take that and just bring it to the edge here. Awesome. Turn this off. File. And save as... Oh, I got it right. Look at that. Underscore diffuse. And then obviously we will take this and duplicate. And we will merge them. And then do filter Nvidia and OK. Base diffuse, change to normal. Alright, so we have everything all done, and I'm excited. That was horrible. 50 minutes. But I actually shouldn't say that. Okay, so we are finally done with everything, and it took a long time. And yeah, so make sure everything is saved out. I'm actually just going to X out of here, and I'm going to say yes. And where I'm going to save this is my Photoshop files. So I'm going to click Save, Enter. Yes. We'll go back to the Photoshop. Save, Enter. So I just keep doing that, you know, save everything out. The reason why I like to actually keep it saved separately is just for the fact that in case I need to make a change, I can just go right into that specific one and change it. And instead of merging all the layers together here, basically what I wanted to do is if I have to, like I said, go in and make a change, then I can go in and free change it without messing anything else up. So until then, I will see you in the next part, where we're going to slap it all together in Element 3D, and that will be it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.